Welcome to Screw the Commute, the entrepreneurial podcast dedicated to getting you out of the car and into the money, with your host, lifelong entrepreneur and multimillionaire, Tom Antion.
Hey everybody, it's Tom here with episode 1132 of Screw the Commute podcast. Today we're going to talk about reusing and repurposing some of your videos to get way more use out of them. And let's see, hope you didn't miss episode 1131. That was how to make your brain smarter. Okay. And I'm not giving medical advice, but it just talks about the latest research and supplementation and things for your brains. And how about that? And anytime you want to get to a back episode, you go to screwthecommute.com/ and then the episode number. Smarter Brains was 1131. And hey, I'm starting to work on version 4 of my automation ebook. Now, if you haven't grabbed the 3.0 version, grab it at screwthecommute.com/automate free. And hopefully in a short period of time, I'll be able to give you version 4, but virtually everything in version 3 is still good. It's just we're adding more stuff to it. And check out my mentor program at greatinternetmarketingtraining.com and my school at imtcva.org, certified to operate by Chev. Okay, again, I like to talk a lot about stuff that I'm actually doing myself, and I'm right in the middle of what I'm going to talk about today. So I decided to put some work into my school YouTube channel, which hasn't had any kind of work on it for years. All right, I get most of my students through my email list and so forth. So I said, hey, it's about time to start working on this. But shooting all these videos and all these things can be a hassle. Yeah, I do it. I'm set up to do it, but sometimes I don't have I have a bad hair day. Okay. I always have a bad face day, but a bad hair day will stop me from shooting a video. But anyway, I'm working on the school YouTube channel, my school, imtcva.org. It's the only licensed, dedicated internet and digital marketing school in the country, probably the world, and it's quality distance learning. Chev is the State Council on Higher Education in Virginia, and you don't have to be in Virginia because it's distance learning, but boy, they sure we're just recertifying again for the 13th or 14th time since the school's been around. You have to do it every year. Anyway, let's get back to the topic. And what I'm talking about here is taking videos that you already have. Like, for instance, I have a long form interviews with people, and I have master classes I've done for a lot of these summits you've heard me promote. And I'm getting sometimes 50 uses out of one piece of content. More average is probably 25 to 30 uses, but that's still a lot of uses out of something that's already been recorded, don't you think? So here's an example. And I want you to watch this video because, I mean, that's a separate story, but this will change your freaking life if you just watch this hour-long video. We'll have a link to it in the show notes of my AI Hacks Simplified masterclass session I did for a recent AI summit. And even I went through the video and had to change some things that have changed since I did it like a month ago. So it's a rapidly changing field, but most of it is good. And I upgraded the stuff that wasn't. So if you watch it now, it's all up to date until 2 minutes from now. It might not be. All right. But anyway, it's about an hour and 14 minutes long. And so I went through the entire video and I marked the time segments. I had a video guy do this for me, but this basic video editing is fairly simple. If you could do it yourself, but it's easier to just farm it out to anybody because the editing was so simple. And what I did is I went through and I marked the timestamps where I say, hey, put the lower third of master prompt hacks and run it for 28 seconds, something like that. So I went through the whole thing and we put all these things to make the video a lot nicer for people to use. And in the meantime, I mean, concurrently, I said, oh, there's a place where I could promote one of my ebooks or my school or my mentor program. And I didn't load it full of that stuff because I don't want people to just say, oh, it's a big advertisement. It is an advertisement to show how, I really know a lot of stuff, all right, that can help you. But it was high content that you could use without spending a penny. So we finished that and we put it up there, all right? But now we took the original version before all these edits, and we put it into a program called OpusClips. And it went through that hour and 14 minutes, and we told it, keep it below 3 minutes because that's what YouTube Shorts is the maximum. There is no minimum on YouTube Shorts, but the maximum is 3 minutes. So we said, okay, go through and find clips that make sense and keep them less than 3 minutes. Guess how many it came up with? 98 clips. Okay. Now, people that are very experienced with OpusClips say that usually 30 to 50% are usable kind of as is. And some of them just don't make any sense. There's no context to them, so people wouldn't know what they were talking about even if they did look at them. So it turns out that about 1 out of 3, which about 30% of those 98, let's just say it was 90, that means I got 30 usable pieces of content, shorts, out of that one big video, plus the big video, which has had a couple hundred views the first day. And, it's an hour and 14 minutes long, so I'm expecting some people will wait till the weekend to watch the whole thing. And, it's hard to take an hour and 14 minutes out of the middle of your day if you're busy. So that's a lot of content. That's a whole month's worth of content from that one long form video that we got the juice from the video, the long form one, by putting the extra graphics on it. And I'm going to get 30 shorts to grab people and funnel them to the long form video, which gives more watch time and so forth. Now, there is controversy on whether you should have shorts on the same channel as you have long forms. This is not the place for that discussion. But again, since that particular channel has had not much action on it, for years, I didn't really care. I just want to get it moving. And the first day, I started getting recommended by YouTube. Like 7% of the visitors came from YouTube recommendations. So you put something good up there and get some traffic to it through your email list is what I did. And then YouTube notices. See, so you can revive a channel pretty quickly if you start putting good content up, drive traffic to it. And that makes YouTube very happy that you're sending people. Like 90% of the people that saw the big video were because of me. And so YouTube, and Google owns YouTube, loves you if you're taking people out of their system and putting them into their system. They just love that. And they're rewarding me by showing my video to more of the people that are already on there. So it's a two-way street there. So anyway, I got a month worth of shorts, and now we're just rinsing and repeating because I have, I think, 4 or 5 different master classes, podcasting, pro speaking, which will go on Antion's channel, not the school's channel. And what else do I have? I forget. We got email, we got podcasting, we got artificial intelligence hacks, and I think I have 2 other ones. I even forget what they are. But we'll do the same thing, and that'll give tons of content for months into the future with that little bit of work. So that's what I'm saying is go through what you already have and see if you can upgrade it a little bit by just putting some graphics on. Some of you may have stuff that's good enough to just put up as is. That's okay with me. But then you clip it, and you can do it by hand, no question about it. But OpusClips was fairly inexpensive, and it did a good job, and it puts captions on for you. See, because the shorts, especially, most people are scrolling with the sound off. And so it's important that you have captions on there so that they can see what you're talking about, and then they can listen to it if they want to. But if they just scroll by and you're talking and they can't hear anything or read about what it's about, you're wasting your time. They're not going to look at it. So there you go. So we're going to rinse and repeat. Next, you can already see the AI hacks and probably some of the clips by going to the link in the description here. And then next week, we're going to roll out the email marketing one, which again will just blow you away. If you just watched the thing, you'd know more than 99% of your competitors. There's no question about it. I've sent out over 1 billion emails. That's with a B. And I've been doing this 32 years. All right. So there just might be a few things I know that you don't. If you don't believe me, watch the darn thing. And also, I'm going to give you some tips to ask the people that you're helping with your videos to help you. Of course, you hear the subscribe and the click the like button and all that stuff. But one thing is, even if you don't have time to watch the whole thing right now, let it play to the end, if you don't mind. Okay, because that really, really helps the algorithm show the thing to more people. So that would be a nice thing you could do to help me out. And that's something you might ask your followers to do for you. See, so and you can thank me for it later. Okay. So anyway, check out my mentor program if you want help with this one-on-one with me and my entire staff. And it's great, internetmarketingtraining.com. And of course, my school, you get a scholarship to my school if you're in the mentor program, and you can gift it to somebody that's important to you in your life. And it would be one of the best legacy gifts you could ever give somebody, because they would have an immediately usable, in high demand skill that will help them with their career. All right, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. We'll catch you all next week. See you later.